Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we do something a little bit different, but honestly not that different because I've reacted to plenty of trans TikToks, and we will continue that today. So let's just get straight into it with the first TikTok.
Would you ever date a transgender woman?
I'm just not into it.
Because?
And I don't find men attractive. That's
I
it.
remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Welcome to the very first episode of Transeria. This is Jamie, your transpiration, and today we will be interviewing strangers kung willing ba sila makipag-date sa mga trans woman. Tara! Me, what's your name?
Cody.
Queens.
Daniel,
Miguel.
Cedric,
Emilio.
Theo,
Miko.
Max,
Sachi.
Kevin,
Matthias.
Would you ever date a transgender woman?
No.
Oh,
Sure?
yes.
no. For sure.
No.
I wouldn't. No.
I'm just not into it.
Yeah. As of now, I don't know.
Why?
My girlfriend is trans.
Oh my god, I'm so happy to hear that. So can you share just one happy thought about being in a relationship with a trans woman?
You have to express yourself, how you feel. And very empowering.
Because I have a girlfriend.
Well, as a pansexual, ayun nga, I consider, trans women are women. So, yes.
Why not? Life is short.
It's not my type.
I totally agree with them. It's not my type. Me also.
But I respect whoever would, and I respect them. So I support it. If somebody like it, why not?
I don't know. So I don't really care that much.
Di naman issue yung
So,
gender.
hindi ka nagbe-base sa physical appearance, like pure character, why?
More on attitude.
I just like women. Women look good and I find them attractive. That's about it. And I don't find men attractive. That's it.
Bombastic side.
I don't know. I just wouldn't.
Okay, there's a lot to say about this. I don't enjoy these type of videos most of the times because the clips that get chosen are almost always people saying no. But in this case, there were some people saying yes, some people who didn't care, and someone who actually was dating a trans woman, and then the other saying no was, of course, was expected. Some yes, some no, fine. And then that last one saying that with a trans woman right next to you, because I don't find men attractive. Bitch. Shut the fuck up. That was very funny. His views are not funny. I love Lady Gaga. I love that bitch. I love her so fucking much. A true icon. I love her. Like, be for real. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
My early 20s, there was a rumor that I was a man.
There also is this strange rumor that you're part man, part woman. You've heard that rumor.
Yes. And I went all over the world. I mean, I traveled for tours, for promoting my records, and almost every interview I sat in, they said,
Lady Gaga is actually a very well-endowed young man. And I think that might come from that thing. But I've seen photographs on stage, and if you're well-endowed, I've got no idea where you're hiding it.
Right. There was this imagery on the internet that had been doctored.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, there's this rumor that you're a man. Like, what do you have to say about that?
That you had a male appendage, that you were a hermaphrodite, and you joked about it on the stage last night.
Maybe I do.
But it's interesting.
Would it be so terrible?
But it's interesting. A lot of artists would immediately put out some sort of a statement saying this is absolutely not true. You have fun with it.
Why the hell am I going to waste my time and give a press release about whether or not I have a penis? My fans don't care, and neither do I.
The reason I didn't answer the question was because I didn't feel like a victim with that lie, but I thought about, like, what about a kid that's being accused of that would think a public figure like me would feel shame? It's like, sometimes, I guess what I'm saying is I've been in situations where fixing a rumor was not in the best interest of, I thought of, like, the well-being of other people. So in that case, I tried to be thought-provoking and disruptive in another way. I tried to use the misinformation to create another disruptive point.
Like I mentioned in my transvestigating video that was barely viewed, by the way, so go watch that, please. I worked very hard on that, but it flopped. So I noted that. No more transvestigation videos. Got it. I'm not transvestigating myself, right? I'm just showing some transvestigations from Facebook. Like I I'm not the one investigating. That's not what I meant. There are also cis women who feel transphobia, who are accused of random shit, of being a man or of being a woman while they're not. Let them be. Let Lady Gaga be. No one cares. I don't care. She don't care. Her fans don't care. So why should a random person on the internet care?
Here are some of the things that don't change on estrogen, because I've been making videos like surprising changes from estrogen, but I actually want to talk about things that didn't change. So the first one is voice. Usually if you transition female to male, you get a deeper voice, your voice will drop some degree. But for male to female, you actually don't have any changes to your voice. That's why we have to voice train, and it's really frustrating and really difficult. And it's something I'm personally working on myself. Another thing that doesn't change is bone structure. So if you have a pronounced jaw or whatever, you might need facial feminization surgery. It's not something that changes on estrogen. Another thing that doesn't change is you do not get periods. You might get a little discomfort, you might get a little tension, but you don't actually get a period. So if a trans girl is like, oh, I'm on my period, like, you're just having a cramp. I'm sorry. Yeah, we have emotional cycles, monthly cycles, emotions, but it's not a period. And here's the last one. A little bit of a hot take, but you don't necessarily become a good person. Like, trans people can be terrible people. LGBTQ people can be terrible people. Just because we're on estrogen, just because we're on TikTok, doesn't mean we're great people. And there are some of us who are quite questionable. I'll just say that.
Exactly. As you can hear, the voice has not changed. I'm very busy with voice training. I'm like really trying my best, but I don't feel comfortable sharing the voice I've been working on yet because it's not optimized. I don't feel really comfortable with it yet. It's just I have to train. I have to train real bad, and it's on its way. That's all I can say. It's on its way. Also, bone structure indeed can only change it with facial feminization surgery if it's in your head, on your face, of course. Otherwise, you also can't do that. It is true that trans women may feel a bit of pain or a cramp, but it's not. It has nothing to do with periods. It's not a period. It's just a cramp, basically. And you won't become a better person. That's true. But in my opinion, I do feel like I became a better person. I became way more confident. I feel way more happy. It's just little things. So for me, it does make me happy. It does make me a better person.
Trans women are women. It's a phrase we hear all over the internet. As a trans woman, I'm here to explain why that phrase is true and what being trans is truly about, because there are so many misconceptions about what a trans person is, why we transition, but what it mainly comes down to is that we were born that way. It's been proven that trans women's brains are biologically hardwired, more like that of a female than a male, which causes gender dysphoria, which makes life really unhappy in a male body. So then we transition. It's not a fetish, it's not a costume, it's an embodiment of who we are.
I love Grace. I can't add much to that because it is how you're born. We can't change that. You're born trans or you're born cis. Like, that's it. I can't change that. It's not that I can be like, oh, suddenly I'm not trans anymore. And the brain part that's been proven by so many studies, so completely correct. She's completely right. We were born this way. No, I'm very transgender.
3 ways to spot a trans chaser. Super easy. Let's go through them. Number 1, they'll have a big giant net or maybe a sack that says trans written on it. Number 2, they'll have like a mischievous walk, a little sneaky on their tippy toes walk. And then number 3, they'll vote conservative.
Yeah, that's right. Stay safe, girlies. Stay safe. That's exactly what a chaser looks like. They are easy to spot. Very easy to spot. I love the TikTok. Love it. I love Icky as well. I love her. She's a very good content creator, so go check her out if you haven't already. That was it for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. But most of y'all haven't. And don't forget, we're still on planet Jupiter, just to get stupider. Goodbye.